Welcome to Accelerator Pedals. In this video, I'm going to show you how to easily test your 1997 through 2004 Chevy Corvette Accelerator pedal. This is the power supply. It takes 3 AA batteries. Line them up like this. Use some copper wires at the edges and attach the positive and negative wires at the ends. Verify that you will have about 4.5 volts coming out. That is close enough for testing to the 5-volt system in your car. After setting up the power supply, you're going to connect your 4.5 volt battery and your multimeter in the way that I'm going to show you here. You're going to use the 20 volts on the multimeter set like this and connect the positive from the multimeter and the battery to this top right pin. Then you connect the negative from the battery to the second to the top right pin, and then the negative from the multimeter to the second from the left top pin. After you do that, it should be reading about 1.6 volts in the idle position. And as you press down on the pedal itself, it should be reading about 2.5 volts. And this is something I forgot to mention, but the plug should be facing towards you like this when you're setting up the power, or the potentiometers. After you're doing that, you're checking for spikes and glitches during the test. For the second potentiometer, disconnect the ones from before, and then you connect the positive from the multimeter and the battery to this bottom right pin. Then connect the negative from the battery to this top left pin, and the negative from the multimeter to this bottom left pin. After doing that, it should be reading about 3.6 volts in the idle position. And then as you press in, it should be reading should stop at around 3.1 volts. And remember, check for both spikes and glitches during the test. For the third potentiometer, and yes, there are 3 for this one, you connect the positive from the multimeter and the battery to this second from the left bottom pin. Then you connect the negative from the battery to this middle pin, and the negative from the multimeter to this second from the right bottom pin. After doing that, it should be reading about 1.6 volts. And as you press in on the pedal, it should be stopping around 2.4 volts. Again, check for spikes and glitches during the test. Once you do this, it should look like something like this, where, as you can see here, we are pressing down on the pedal itself and then letting it go right back up. And then for this one, we are doing the exact same thing where we're pressing in on it and letting it come right back up.